They say the best camera is the one you have with you. I can't say I agree with that. More true is to say that it's better to have any camera with you than none. But let's be honest, gear matters. If you keep improving your photography, you also grow aware of the equipment you need to have to achieve your goals and come out with the results you expect. It is true that you don't need a super expensive camera to make good pictures. If you master the basics of photography and you are a conscious observer, photography becomes something natural, something that you feel through yourself. Like a Jedi feels the Force, you will know and feel when the light is right to capture specific composition. It's like photographer's sixth sense. And once you feel photography, you can have fun with any gear. And if the gear is small enough to accompany you everywhere you go, the better it gets. The GR3X is my pocket portrait device. People often don't take this camera seriously when in open public. It looks cute, amateur, but many don't know how powerful this little camera is, and that's why I love it. Photography is my passion, a form of escapism, my fortress of solitude. And Ricoh lets me keep its gates always nearby. So you're wondering if you should choose this camera if you love portrait just as I do? I probably won't answer this question by telling you the raw technical details of this camera. I'm not a deep specs or pixel peeping guy. I am aware of the camera I use, but I just try to enjoy photography as much as possible. And if the gear lets me do it, if it's got that soul, I'll probably play along. The GR3X is one of those cameras that lets you steal the moment. Not just because it's really compact and unnoticeable, but also because it has something that I call a digital analog core. A digital device that still makes the picture speak in a different, vintage way. The tones from the GR3X are just marvelous, and it's perfect for black and white photography. The grain of the camera is almost analog-like, and it just begs to shoot in higher ISOs. And since the camera has a built-in ND filter, I often shoot using ISO 4000. It gives the pictures that grainy look that pair really well with Ricoh's film simulations. This camera will not replace your regular APS-C or full frame for portrait photography, but it will deliver unique images that I would safely use for professional works. The joy of using point-and-shoot camera is that you don't need to think too much about the settings, but rather hunt for the moment. This also applies for the portraits I shoot with my GR3X. I usually shoot on manual mode and use the auto ISO setting. I basically always set the aperture to 2.8 and balance my shutter between 1/100 of a second and 1/500 of a second. It handles the ISO, and the built-in filter kicks in and compensates if the shutter speed is too low for brighter environments. I can always quickly adjust the EV compensation as well. This makes me shoot street portraits intuitively and focus on the moment. It brings the photography to its basics, to capture the moment, freeze time, and have fun with it. So yeah, the GR3X is most definitely a great tool for portraits. Simple, small, and unintimidating. Just point and shoot. Shoot great portraits. Okay, I hope you had some fun with this video and that you will have fun shooting portraits with the GR. It's a great camera, it's a great versatile camera, not just for portraits but for street, for casual macro photography, So it's so worth the experience you're having with this camera. And yeah, I really did enjoy it. I really do enjoy having it with me. It's so easy to carry, and I can shoot portraits everywhere I go. And that's so important for me, to have such small, such versatile camera that doesn't take, you know, basically any space in my bag or in my backpack. So yeah, and I did notice that there's almost 400 of you here already, so thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing. If you like the content, please join the community here and have fun. So thank you again for that. I hope you will enjoy the future videos as well. It's really great to have you here. So hopefully see you in the next one. And remember, keep on shooting and keep your passion alive. See you next time, guys.